Okay, so we should be live. Just let me check on that real quick. Oh, yeah, we are live. And so, what is good, everybody? I hope you're all having a good Memorial Day. But it's been a while since I've done a live stream. And so I thought, let's do a little Memorial Day live stream, do some NCAA. And we're going to be doing a Livestream Dynasty here with Idaho. But what I did was I simulated through, I think it was like 4 seasons. So I think we simulated through 4 seasons before I took a head coach job. Just so that kind of, the ratings would be more spread around. And you can see we got coach contracts. You can see Idaho, well, they were having not a very good time during those years. They went 2-10, 0-12, 2-10, 0-12. Our first year, which I did not play, and you will understand why in a little bit, but we went 7-5, and so you're thinking, hey, that's pretty good. And then you would look at our team schedule and realize we only won 2 games against against Division I opponents. We played all 5 FCS teams we could possibly play, and we won all 5 of those games. And I'm just thinking, okay, we went 0-12. I just want to try and give us a chance to reach our goal. And honestly, this team's terrible. I'm going to go through the depth chart for you, but we had a lot of ground to make up. And so we beat Miami, Ohio 30-9 somehow. We beat North Texas by 2. Don't understand how that happened either. And then we lost to 1-11 New Mexico State and 2-10 UMass. So yeah, we're not very good. And the 7-5 looks good until you realize 5 of those wins came against FCS teams. Because our target wins per year were, they're like, we want you to win 5 games a year. And I'm like, time to play FCS teams so that, I can maybe get close. I honestly did not think we would beat either Miami, Ohio, or North Texas. I thought maybe if we were lucky, we would beat one of them. And so we actually exceeded my expectations. Because look at this depth chart, alright? You got a redshirt freshman quarterback, Brian Williams. We redshirted Adam Miller. He was a true freshman, but Williams started the season at like 69 overall, something like that. He was not very good. And so our quarterback position is a little bit better off than I actually thought we were. But then you look at running back, we got 2 seniors and a junior. And we redshirted a junior. Don't know why we did that, but okay. Maybe it was a transfer. I don't remember. And then receivers, we're actually okay on right now, I think. We got Rutledge and Perez, a junior and a sophomore. But after that, we got really no one behind them. And then receivers, we're actually okay on right now, I think. We got Rutledge and Perez, a junior and a sophomore. But after that, we got really no one behind them. But after that, we got really no one behind them. And so, we had a long way to go if we want to try and build up this team. And that defense, ran okay left end, right end, Eric Hale's good, but he's a senior. Jeremy Hines, I don't know, 76, 77 maybe if we're lucky next year as a junior. And I redshirted a bunch of people just to try and save depth, so I didn't need to recruit everybody. We got a junior left outside linebacker. We're going to have our middle linebacker got hurt, but he'll be back as a junior. But yeah, we are not looking very good overall. I don't know exactly how many people are leaving. We're going to figure that out here in the offseason. But we went 7-5, did not make a bowl game, which, that's just fine by me. Didn't want to lose to a good team in our bowl game, or lose to, and by good I mean Division I team here. That's what I'm referring to. And so we're just going to advance to the end of bowl season. I think I'll go through the bowl games first. And one of the things I was thinking of doing during this off season was I'm thinking about moving Idaho into a conference and not leaving them as an independent. Which conference yet, I'm not sure, but I do have an idea that I might be leaning toward, but I will leave that as a surprise for right now. And the other thing I'm not going to do is look at recruiting until the offseason, Because I don't want to really spoil anything, but we came in and we did some work recruiting. Or at least compared to what Idaho's used to. But I'm going to leave that as a surprise for right now. As they're updating the record books here really quickly. Hold on. Alright. Well, since it says winning is something the 7-5 Vandals are not accustomed to. You got that right. Our coach, by the way, I don't know if I ever told you his name, but one of my friends who streams on Twitch, another one of my, I'd watch him on Twitch a lot, and another one of our friends, he went by the Godly Potato or something, I think is his Twitch name, and he set up a bot, and he said he was going to name his bot Jesus Tato. And so, that's kind of where I got this name from. I was thinking, what do I want to do for a coach? I didn't really want to do another version of Husker Ninja or my real name. And so I was just kind of thinking, there weren't any players, any big or any superstar players from Idaho or anyone I was thinking of. And so no former player to make a coach, but so I just kind of thought, I was you know what, we'll give him a little shout out that way, make him our coach, and he's going to try and change what they're saying about winning is something Idaho's not accustomed to. I mean, we had a winning record our first year, so. But this stream, we're going to do the off season, and then maybe a game or two. I mean, I'd like to do a game or two, I think. But I got to play Andrew for our user game for the online Dynasty tonight. And I think that's going to be around 6. So just got to We gotta pull up Facebook in case you message me like, hey, you're ready to play. And so, we got that, but we'll check the bowl games here for you guys really quickly. Obviously, if you're seeing it live, and it's going to be on the channel afterward, and so you can go and you can pause it if you see your favorite team. Wait, TCU lost to UNLV, alright. What's Texas State doing at number 15? Holy cow. Air Force at number 9? Okay, apparently these guys all did some major work while we were... They put in some major recruiting work during the 4 years she simulated, because holy cow. So what does that mean? Nebraska went like 4-7, 4-8, 2-10 maybe? I don't see them, so... Oh wait, they lost by 1 in the Outback Bowl. They went 9-5, it's not too bad. But we don't have a conference, so I'm not going to worry about looking up how our conference did. Oh, while I'm thinking of it, we got some coach upgrades we can still use. But, and see, we're at level 19. And I was a little unsure whether I wanted to try and do the locksmith a little bit, or if I wanted to try and shore up our pipelines a little bit. And I think personally, for me, I haven't had much use for needing to unlock anyone yet, so watch me do pipeline, and then all of a sudden I'm going to regret not doing locksmith. But, I think pipelines will be more useful right now. And then we'll probably get that to 4. So get that to level 2 and then work on locksmith a little bit. Or maybe we won't. I mean, I think pretty soon you get insta-commit. And so that would be something else I'd like to look at. Oh wait, I didn't even see the national champion. I just kind of got bored of scrolling through. I'm sorry. Alright, so we're going to do that really quickly. I'm just going to scroll through them all. Not really stopping to look at any of them. But if you see your favorite team, feel free to go ahead and pause it as you're playing this back after the stream's over. Or I guess while you're doing the stream, and then catch up to it later. And Ohio State took down Auburn 31-27 in the title game. So they're dominant. Auburn's put in some good work, though. Maybe they've turned into the class of the SEC. Who knows? We wasted 13 minutes of this live stream already, just kind of talking about setup. But we 7-5, target wins per year of 5, and they're like, nah, we don't need to give him an extension yet. So, we're going to take that as there's a little chip on our shoulder. And, just kind of, right now, we're going to try and prove them wrong, show them we deserve that extension. But I'm not really planning on taking any new job. I just want to see where they would want to, like, what sort of jobs we would be available to be offered, So I'm not going to accept any of them, but I mean, just seeing our name on some of these spots, like Wisconsin, we could take Wisconsin, but I'm not trying to leave Idaho. And once you see this recruiting class, you're kind of going to see why. Plus, also, it defeats the purpose of going to a powerhouse school if you're trying to build a team up, If you just go to a team like Wisconsin who had a bad year and all of a sudden they still have a stacked roster, that makes things no fun. So that's why I'm thinking if I ever did take a job somewhere else other than maybe we do what we need to do here in Idaho or we get fired, as I gotta re-add our points, I guess. But our defensive coordinator's still here, and actually I want to redo his thing. I know it makes a lot of sense, but see, I wonder what that unlocks at 20 maybe. So we would do one more for pipeline and then be able to do instant commit, I think, but I guess I don't know that for sure. We're gonna check independence, but like I said, we just gave extensions to our offensive and defensive coordinators. And I mean, that's fine by me. But we're going to check players leaving really quickly. Hopefully some of the people I redshirted didn't get offended by me redshirting them for depth purposes. And nope, they're all graduation. You already know we're not having anyone going to the draft. We're just going to kind of look at all teams. Let's get through the declarations because, like I said, we got rid of about almost all of the real players by now. Maybe redshirt seniors are still around. We're going to go see transfers, see if maybe anyone's going to want to come transfer to our team. That would be nice. We'd welcome everyone we could get. Just to sort of see, I don't want to scroll that far. But my guess will be probably not. No, we're not going to export a draft class. We're going to do... we're going to just sort of see who has the most draft picks. Actually, no, we're just going to check Nebraska because that's what I care about. A lot of the real life players are gone, so I'm assuming you're going to have the usual suspects. And Nebraska had... yeah, see, it looks like redshirt seniors are about it. And so after this, we should definitely be done with all real life players. How exciting, right? We'll check transfer requests, but yeah, no one wants to come to Idaho. Their loss. We're gonna try our best to be dominant in a few seasons. Honestly, I think this team's still quite a ways away from contention. But I'm excited about the recruiting class we got coming in. I think they're really gonna be the ones to bring in this change. And they could be the ones to bring about the new era. We're not even going to worry about who we don't have committed yet. And we're just going to walk through some of the people we did get committed. Now, I started with 11 people on our board. There were 2 people in the 70s. I was like, heck yeah, I want them. But I think it was week 6 we started getting free points as people started committing. And so that's where you got to go check for the low lock percentage. I mean, you got to. That's where you can get the recruiting class change type of recruits, where they could change your program. They program changers, especially for smaller teams like this. That's where we got Eric Walker. He's a defensive end from Clifton, New Jersey. We had no bonus points, absolutely none of them, but you can see there were no scholarships, no interest, and we will definitely take a 76 overall player, This is Idaho, for crying out loud. Give us everyone you got, I also made it a mission to open a pipeline in Idaho, our home state. We got to get the top prospects out of our home state. And, for a while, Oregon, it looked like Oregon was probably going to get him, and I'm like, why? He's not that good for you guys. Why would you want him? Not even a fast quarterback. I don't know why they would want him. But eventually they pull back on their scholarship offer, and we get him easy. Well, they got Kenneth White. He's a 4-star wideout from Franconia, Virginia. And he likes our coach prestige. He's like, you know what? This is Tato. He's a pretty good coach. But 87 jump, 81 carrying, 84 catch, 81 spectacular catch, 83 catch in traffic, 88 route running. This dude's going to be a stud. And, he had Alabama and Oregon and those powerhouses. And there's nope, don't care. And so we're like, you know what, we want you. You could be the start of a group to really, turn this program around. And so, same thing with Rashad Morrow, the number 1 strong safety in the nation. He's 82 overall and no scholarship offers from anyone except Idaho. And so I'm just sitting there going, I cannot believe these guys not being recruited at all. And so we were Alvin Mitchell too, he's a cornerback from Centerville, South Carolina. You got good coverage ratings, good speed, good jump, good play recognition. No scholarships. And so we jumped on them in week 6. We're like, how has no one, even tried to get these guys yet? They're great. Especially Morrow, 80 overall. I mean, what number 1 strong safety? Wouldn't you think you'd have Power 5 schools knocking his door down? No. It's flying way under the radar, and the Power 5's loss is Idaho's gain. Same thing with Jeremy. Actually, no, Jeremy Ellis might have actually been interested in us. He was one of the 70s who was interested in us to begin with, I think. Leon Johnson, a defensive tackle. He was definitely someone who was on our board at the beginning. 63, I mean, when compared to the names you just saw, he's not that great, but we're Idaho. We need all the help we can get. And our number 1 strong safety target, I really wanted him before, I saw Morrow, was Derek Smith. He was a gem when we scouted him. And then Smith was scheduled to come in and visit the week we had Morrow come in and visit. And so I was like, oh, I know Smith wants playing time, and so he might not be too happy. But he committed anyway once he came in on the visit. And looking at it, I might move either Morrow or Smith to free safety, because I think we lost our free safety. So that'll be something to keep an eye on. We got Chris Daniels, he's a cornerback. For Idaho 65, that's pretty good. For lots of other schools, it's still not bad for depth, And we got Rodney Jackson, a tackle from Idaho. 61 overall is not that great. But you redshirt him, you let him build up. And, you know, it just, these guys could be good, solid contributors 2-3 years down the road, and in the meantime, they'll be depth. I also got Will Robinson. I think he was the #1 player from Idaho. He's a 4-star. We decided, you know what, we want this kid. We're saying we want to get the best prospects from in-state. We need to control our home state. Will Robinson, you know, he was a good start to that. So was the quarterback. I think his name was Lawrence Banks. I didn't remember his name for a second. But Richard Bush, a power kicker from Alaska. You know, we got him. I like his kick power. I threw all my points at him, hoped no one else would want him, and no one else did. So we're going to have a solid kicker for 4 years. Thanks, Power 5, for underlooking these guys. Another, you know, top prospect from Idaho is Ira Williams. You know, it's just, you got to get the good in-state prospects. And so that's really what the beginning of our, like, the first 11 prospects, I think half of them were from Idaho. So we really made that a mission, and I think we succeeded very well. And then we also have 2 linebackers right there. Don't know how well they're going to play, or they're probably going to be redshirted, actually. And so now we got to take a look at the people left over who, you know, they haven't made a decision. And I got a solid top 3 for us. Yeah, Dan Peters, a 4-star receiver from Marshallfield, Wisconsin. You scout him, he goes up 9. He's now an 80 overall. He got 94 speed, 93 excel, 82 jump, 79 catch. Catch in traffic and spectacular catch. Those ratings aren't great, but overall he's going to be a solid receiver, and he's fast, you know. But no offers. I highly doubt that will continue here in the offseason, so we got to be smart about how we use our points on him and Jared Walker, a defensive tackle. He's from New Mexico. He went up 5 to a 78 when we scouted him. He's got pretty good block shedding moves. Maybe a little bit better speed would be nice, but, you know, overall, especially for Idaho, he could be beast. And he actually did get a scholarship offer from New Mexico State. And so we're going to have to fight them. Those are definitely 2 of our top targets right here. We've also got Albert Pearson, an outside linebacker from Fairfield, Iowa. But he went up 8 to a 76 when we scouted him. He got pretty good block shedding, pretty good coverage rating. Like, he's just overall a pretty good player. And he was someone we found really late in the year. And so we definitely need to make sure to put a ton of points on him. We got Mike Smith as a 4-star running back, but we already got the running back from Idaho, so I don't know that we need him. For like 5 weeks, he was just sitting there on our board, just taking up space. And then we started to put up points on him as our other guys committed. We got Jovan Miller right here, but I'd rather have Pearson, honestly. And so we'll keep him, but I don't know that we're going to put a ton of points on him. And instead, we might look at a guy like Alfonso Montgomery. He's a coverage cornerback from Pennsylvania. We got 80 man, 80 zone, 69 press, 93 speed. He can't really tackle, but for Idaho, we definitely take that coverage rating. Those coverage ratings, you know. We could also look at a guy like Ben Green. He's a 3-star defensive tackle from North Carolina. Went up 40 with 72. He's not as good as Jared Walker, but we do need some defensive line help. And we're also looking at guys like John Clifford. He's a JUCO sophomore, but I mean, I don't know that we really need him. And so we're not going to put any points on him. If he commits, he commits. If he doesn't, he doesn't. Jason Brown, another corner. He's from Hastings, Nebraska. Yeah, okay, coverage ratings. Someone we'd probably redshirt for depth. And so maybe you put him up a little bit. I think we'll put like 5 on Smith. And we'll put 50 on Smith. And I mean, he's not bad. He could be a nice one. Nah, I mean, odds are someone's going to find him and offer him. Tulsa was high up on his board for a little bit before they removed his scholarship. Maybe they'll re-offer him. You never know. Stanford, I don't know what they're going to do on Brown. But I do know I want Dan Peters, Jared Walker, and Albert Pearson. So we're going to start 3K points on Peters, Walker, and Pearson. Maybe not on Peters because there are still no scholarship offers. So maybe we could get away with 2,500. We're putting 3,000 on Walker for sure. We're putting 3K on Pearson for sure. Also, some of the background noise you might be hearing, it's just my brother's in the same room and he's watching a YouTube video, so if you hear that you're like, what is that noise? It's just my brother. I don't think it's that loud, so, you know. Just, if you can hear it, I apologize, that's what it is. But he's not really bothering anyone, so I'm not going to ask him to turn it down. I know at least 2,500 for Peters. And the only question becomes, are we going to bump it up to 3K yet? And that I am not 100% sure about. Actually, we probably will. What's this at 9K right now? We put another 3K on Montgomery. I think that's what I'm going to do. See, those guys are only going down 5, so my gut's telling me they're probably going to offer him. I'm not going to completely shy away from him, though. We'll put 1,800 on him for now. Javon Miller. I mean, no one's offered him a scholarship, but I would rather have Pearson. And we've already got Ellis. So, I mean, those 2 guys are all pretty close. I'd just honestly rather have Pearson than Miller, I think. Well, hold on. Because Pearson has better speed and acceleration. He's got much better tackle, not as good hit power. He got better jumping. He got worse strength. He got a little bit worse block shedding, worse power moves, worse finesse moves. But he's got better coverage. except for press. He's got a lot better zone, though. So I think I would rather have Pearson than Walker, or than Miller, I mean. We're going to put 500 on Miller, and if that's... I mean, he's someone else like you like to have him, but if we don't get him, it's not the end of the world. Now, do I think 3K is going to be enough for Walker and Peters? Do I think 3K will be enough for Pearson or Montgomery? That I don't know, and something's just telling me Green is not going to commit to us. So if we get Walker, we can also look at defensive tackle next year. But I would rather 3,300. We'll go 35 on Walker. We'll go 35 on Pearson and Montgomery. I'm not going to put anything on Brown. Stanford's probably going to try something. Look, we'll put... Let's put 1,000 on Miller. Because he is someone like you would like to get him, but you'd rather have Pearson. Then you put... We'll put 3,500 each on Peters, Walker, Pearson, and Montgomery. Ready for visit? I don't suppose you can schedule visits or anything though, so. I think we're going to leave it at that. If 35... Or do I want to take the 1,000 off of Miller? That I don't know. I think we're going to roll with 3,500 on each of our top four and the 1,000 on Miller. And we're just going to hope that I did this right. Alright, my top three, if I had to name them, would be Pearson, it would be Dan, it would be Pearson, is it Dan's, I can't remember his last name, I'm totally blanking, but it would be Dan the wideout, it would be Pearson the outside linebacker, and it would be, I think it's Walker as a defensive tackle. I'm just going to skip it. I don't want to see. I want to be surprised. But you can see right there, guys, we signed a 10-star class. Let's go to signing day and hope it was enough. Alright, let's see. We didn't get Pearson. We got Peters. We didn't get Pearson or Montgomery. We didn't get Ben Green either. Alright, Brown did not commit. Stanford didn't even try to get him. Maybe we should have dumped some points into him. Clifford, he didn't commit either, no worries. Whoa. Whoa. UCLA must put the full court press on Pearson. Holy cow. They must have gone all out. That's a little bit unfortunate, but nothing much we can do there. Same thing with Stanford. They must have just discovered Montgomery and so went after him instead of Brown. That's disappointing. We lost Green by 600. If I hadn't put points into, I don't even remember the name. Was it Washington, maybe? If I hadn't put points into the cornerback that went to Stanford, we could have gotten Green. Wait, I don't think we didn't put any points on Green. If I'd kept my 1,800 I originally had on him, we would have got him. Are you kidding me? I thought for sure USC or Florida State or someone was going to go after him. I thought for sure they were going to put points on him, and they didn't. Oh, that's disappointing. We got Smith. I didn't put any points on Smith, I don't think. So he commits despite no points. They didn't even try to get Peters. Are you kidding me? New Mexico State might have tried, but it wasn't enough. So if we took those points off of Peters and I hadn't tried to get the cornerback, we could have probably gotten the defensive tackle and we could have gotten Pearson. That would put a bunch more on Pearson had I not put so much on Peters. But I thought I guaranteed someone's going to come from out of nowhere and try and get Peters. And so we just wasted 3,500 points. But on the flip side, watch if I had assumed our lead was safe, Peters probably would have committed to Wisconsin. And so, better safe than sorry, because Peters and Walker were the two guys I wanted the most. They didn't even try to get Miller. Alright, so now losing Pearson is not as bad because Kentucky didn't try to get Miller, and so our 1,000 was enough. We could have gotten Brown then. I shouldn't have put points on. I mean, either way, they probably would have been depth guys, but I feel like we could have at least gotten Pearson if I'd just been maybe just a little bit smarter. We definitely would have gotten the defensive tackle, and that would have been nice. Alright, we'll look at top classes, I guess. We had the number 6 class, had 9 4-stars, 8 3-stars, and 4 2-stars, no 5-stars or 1-stars, but 21 overall commitments, and a lot of them going to be instant impact from day one. Overall, it was a very good recruiting class. I'm just very disappointed we lost out on Pearson.
I didn't ask your fucking opinion, George.
Alright, time to make position changes. We didn't have any athletes. Ain't no athletes interested in Idaho right now. We're gonna need a punter next year. So that's gotta be number one thought for us right now. Yeah, Williams as a redshirt sophomore, Miller will be a redshirt freshman, Banks will be a true freshman. So we didn't need that JUCO guy, but I spent a lot of points trying to scout a potential game changer QB because I didn't realize Williams had gone up to a 72 already. I thought he was still in the 60s, and so I thought QB was going to be a position of weakness, but we might be all right. Kenneth Ryan going to be back as a senior. Morton, he's going to be a redshirt junior. And something's telling me I'm going to redshirt one of Smith or Robinson, probably. I don't know if Morton's going to catch him. Maybe I'll even redshirt both, who knows. We got 2 senior fullbacks. Can I move someone else to fullback? Like, maybe Hill. At 44, that's no good. No, we're not going to worry about it. Receivers, we got a junior and a senior. I would hate to redshirt White and Peters. We're going to look at Jolly. But I'm thinking White's going to play. Like, his catching ratings are top notch. Like, I play White over Rutledge. Jolly's got good catching, though. So that'll be a little interesting to see. But I would honestly put White number 2 over Rutledge and play Peters in the slot right now. That's just my thought. Because Jolly's not fast enough to be in the slot. But he's got good catching. Perez has pretty good catching ratings. So I'm thinking right now, keep in mind we haven't seen improvements yet, but right now I'm thinking Perez and White going 1 and 2, Peters in the slot, Jolly will be the 4th. And then Rutledge would be 5th. But his 70 catch rating, that's not going to do it for us. He's fast, but he doesn't catch as well as Peters does. He's slightly faster, though. I'll give him that. Tight ends. All right, that looks okay. We got 4 left tackles and 2 right tackles. Both are seniors. We'll move junior, redshirt freshman, senior, junior. Senior, junior, junior. All right, we gotta. We're gonna have to really take a solid look at offensive linemen next year. That's gotta be goal number 1. And then obviously the punter. And left end, we got senior, sophomore. We got freshman, senior. Williams, we're going to move to left. No, Walker, we're moving to left. Peters, we're going to move to right end. We'll move Harold to left. And then Walker's going to be #1 defensive tackle day one. We're going to let Walker do his thing. We're going to redshirt Williams to take over for Peters next year. And Harrell is not going to start unless he goes up some crazy amount. But if they're both 76, I think I'm going to go freshman over senior, honestly. You take a look at linebacker, and right outside linebacker, Miller. No, hold on. Ellis or Miller? Because one's going to stay here in redshirt for a year behind Robinson. The other one will be a 4-year starter. Lamb's a junior. We're also going to need to look at middle linebacker in the future. Alright, skills, speed, tackling could be an issue maybe for Miller. Yeah, okay, coverage ratings. I think we're going to leave Ellis and move Miller. I think that's what we're going to do. Or do we want to move Taylor as well? And then we would redshirt both. We would redshirt both Ellis and Miller. And also, it would even up. So we're going to move Taylor. I'm going to compare his ratings after the skill, or after the training. It's very likely we redshirt Miller and Ellis, and they both take over next year. Alright, Mitchell, day one, #1 corner, day one. We got 2 seniors after that. Sophomore, juniors. We got 3 senior corners next year. So something like we need corners, O-line, middle linebacker are alright, that's and then see our free safety, we got 2 redshirt freshmen who are that's a no. Smith would be a 71. Morrow could be a 79. And then Derek Walker could be strong safety this year, and he'd play next year. That's what I'm. Or do I want to move Walker to free safety because he's still going to have training? Got good tackle. He doesn't have great coverage ratings. 74 zone. Morrow actually has the better coverage ratings. So we're going to move Morrow to free safety where he will be a day one starter. We redshirt Smith to play behind Walker next year. And we hope we don't have a ton of injuries so that Murray can, because those two not going to get it done.
Double sack action. That's too many sacks for me. Yeah, I don't want any of that action.
We're going to advance to training results now, see how much better this team gets. I can tell you already got a ton better just through recruiting. But we're going to take a look at, see, 77, that's what I like to see. 74. What's his throwing ratings? The better thrower's going to start. 83 and 72, 76 and 73. Maybe we start Miller as a redshirt freshman. Where's the difference in the overall coming? Awareness. But that doesn't matter because you're controlling Miller. I think Miller's going to start as a redshirt freshman. I think we're going to start Miller as a redshirt freshman. He's got better throwing ratings. He got better speed, better acceleration. The only thing is awareness. But that doesn't matter. Like, that's the only crazy difference I see. Neither one of them has super great carrying. I think we're going to start Miller. Ooh. They both went up 6. We'll have some interesting decisions to make. Receivers, Rutledge is up to a 87 or an 87. Catching went up 5. You got good catching traffic though. Ollie's got very good catching. That would just be absolutely wasted. Perez. I don't know. We're going to continue to think about that. Tight ends. I like to see that. We're going to redshirt Bush this year. We're going to redshirt Bush. Pollard will be a redshirt junior playing behind Bush. So he'll be a senior and a redshirt junior next year. I think all right. Peters went up to an 83. Harrell only went up 5. Maybe I want to put Peters at left end for right now. Interesting. Robinson up to an 83. Lamb up to a 78. That's what I like to see. Taylor up to a 78. So I think we gotta start Taylor as the redshirt senior then. Went up 6. Put in some work. You got very good acceleration. You got okay awareness. Doesn't have great speed, but that good acceleration will probably help balance it out. What's his tackle ratings? Okay tackle. Good power move. Good hit power, sorry. Good block shine, good pursuit, good play recognition, decent coverage. Yeah, I can see Taylor starting. All right. Corey Olson. Probably go Olson, Jackson, Washington will be fourth. I'm thinking. Walker's up to an 82. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He's going to be good. Alright, so I'm liking that. We're going to advance to cutting the players now. Got to cut 4. We might cut Robert Lane. We're going to cut Fernandez. Let's see what we got. If we redshirt both, we would have 5 receivers. But I'm not redshirting White. I don't think I'm going to redshirt Peters either. So is it Perez or Rutledge? It had 75 catches, not great. Peters has 79, 71. He's also got. I don't know, it's tough. I might start redshirting Peters, and if Rutledge doesn't produce from the slot, we're gonna burn the red shirt and bench Rutledge. I think that's what we're gonna do. I still gotta cut 3 people somewhere. And I'm not daring to make any cuts along the offensive line. It is Page Kid. It's a walk-on, he's getting cut. Gotta make 2. We're gonna cut Burns, he's not very good. So that leaves 1. We're gonna cut Lane. If push comes to shove, both our QBs get hurt, we'll burn the red shirt on Banks. And so now custom conferences, and Idaho will join a conference this year. No more independent. The only question becomes, what one? And I've been thinking about it, and I feel pretty confident I got the choice. And it's not the SEC. So don't get any funny ideas about that. It's not a Power 5 conference. Which probably, gives it away by saying it's not a Power 5, but we're also going to reset the skills tree for our defensive coordinator, I think. Want the boost to zone. Which that's man and press. Want that boost. No, we don't. Yeah, that works. Go some conferences. Idaho is joining the Mountain West. What division yet? I do not know. But we also need to add another team. New Mexico State's also joining the Mountain West. We're going to check the conference rules real quick. Good, no protected rivals. I don't want to do weekday games, honestly. We'll go, that works. Best conference record. Can we do... Yeah, we'll do Mile High. That's a good spot. Alright. So we got 2 Colorado teams, 2 Idaho teams, New Mexico, Wyoming, and Utah. So we want New Mexico State instead. No, we want Utah State. So New Mexico State or New Mexico. We'll see. Pull up a map. Hold on. New Mexico State is Las Cruces, I think is how you pronounce it. New Mexico is in Albuquerque. That would have been my guess. So which one is more to the west? Looks like Las Cruces is. But maybe not. But it's also definitely not mountains. Albuquerque is definitely closer to the mountains, I think. I think we're going to leave it. Or wait, where in Wyoming is there? Because if it's way to the west, it might be Wyoming. Where is the land? Looks like Laramie is definitely not west, so. We're going to stick with that. So we're going to advance. Now we're to preseason. We're going to start by redshirting. Like I said, we're going to redshirt Banks. I'm going to redshirt both Smith and Robinson. And I could push for playing time next year. But just because unless one of them has like terrible carrying. Oh yeah, we're definitely redshirting Smith. That carrying is not good. That's got to get better. Robinson, they could both use a year to develop. So So we're going to redshirt both of them. Although next year we're going to have a 4-way dogfight, I think. I'm in redshirt Moss, so that I do not need 2 fullbacks this year because that's just ridiculous. We're going to start by redshirting Peters. I mean, the thing holding White back the most maybe is awareness. I don't know. But you got good carrying. You got good catch. You're just a solid receiver. So I don't know what's making him less overall than someone like Rutledge or Perez. But White's going to be our number 2, one of the receivers on the outside. We're starting with Rutledge in the slot. But that's 75 because Peters has better catching, but Rutledge is way better spectacular catching traffic. So we could give Peters a year to develop those skills a little bit. And then next year, he's definitely going to be in the slot. Like, no question, because Jolly's a senior as well. Jolly's only going to be 4th receiver. But Perez and White on the outside, those 2 will still be there next year unless Perez leaves a year early, I guess. Peters will be in the slot. And so I feel comfortable redshirting him, and if he decides to transfer, we're going to throw everything at him trying to get him to stay because my slot receivers usually are some of my leading receivers. Like I said, we're redshirting Bush. Redshirt everyone possible on the offensive line, I think. Because we gotta beef that up. Your redshirt Stovall. Walker's gonna start. Williams will redshirt and start next year. I'm gonna start rolling with 2 linebackers for depth. But I don't want to just burn a year of eligibility for Miller and Ellis. And I can't come up with a logical reason for them to start. Do we redshirt Jackson? No. Jackson is going to be number 3, I think. 80, 85, 78. Ooh, Jackson. No, we're not going to redshirt him. And Smith, we will redshirt next year. Next year could definitely be his time, I think. We're through with redshirting now. We're going to do the depth chart because we're starting Miller. He's got the better actual quarterback ratings. He just doesn't have as good awareness, but that doesn't matter when. Well, we're going to start Perez, White, and Rutledge in the slot.
Making hamburgers. What do you want with it?
And if his catching isn't that great, we're burning the redshirt and replacing Rutledge. Yes, Walker's starting as a true freshman.
That sounds good.
We got 2 freshmen or 2 true freshman Walkers starting on the D line. Alright. Alvin Mitchell starting as a true freshman. Rashad Morrow starting as a true freshman. Derek Walker, that's another Walker right there. Nah, it's not worth burning a year on any of those guys for that. Alright. Never mind. We're going to do schedules now. And we're not playing Michigan State week 3, I'll tell you that. Right. I think we start, we'll play Miami again. We played at Miami last year. We'll play at home this year. Georgia open. I don't want to play an FCS team. But one might not be a terrible idea. We're going to start with SCS West. Week 2, we're going to play home against Miami, continue that series. Don't want to play Vanderbilt week 14. So that means we need week 3. We played at... I don't want to play Kent State again. We don't have UMass, but we could play... We play at UAB. So we got... And so do we not want a bye week until week 10? No. So we're going to play week 14. There we go, week 5. But, there we go, at UMass week 10. Okay, we're not going to play Alabama, but let's just say, who could we find week 5? We play Akron. Have a bye week, week 3. And then we could do UMass week 10. Wait, that makes no sense. We're playing at UMass week 10. We don't want an earlier bye week. What am I doing? We'll play at UAB. Decisions made. We're good. We're going to skip to the recruiting. And I hope this is the final year we play any FCS teams, but I think just to be on the safe side, we'll play one. We're going to start by looking Idaho and Illinois again. Gotta take a little... We're going to look at all of them. That's risky, but we're going to take a look at all 10 of them. Because we're probably not going to have anyone super interested in us anyway. Like anyone really worth taking a look at. So a center, a fullback, and a punter. We got any fullbacks in our top 10? Yes. Oh, he's from Idaho. You know what? We're gonna ride with that guy then. And so we need corner help, but oh boy. We definitely need offensive line help. We need a center. Like that's actually a position of need. It says. So, you know what? We're also going to just go and scout the rest of the top Idaho prospects that we can scout. Playing time maybe. No, program tradition, so never mind. Let's scout Price. That's only 17. We still need. Alright, we're going to go top 3. I don't know, I'm not overly impressed with any of these guys, really. First, we'll take a look at D-tackle. We'll look at Brian Thompson. So that's 20. We can scout them all. We're going to do our best to keep top talent in state again this year. 62. Throwing ratings don't warrant staying on the board. Well, we're going to do our best for a few of these guys, I think. Hey, you know what? That works. 62. Either gotten someone we can just redshirt for a couple of years. Throwing accuracy's got to get better, but I bet it will. We need a punter, so we might as well just look at Idaho. The guy from Idaho, why not? 61. Nope. More? No. If we want the 61, we'll go on the guy from the home state. We need a center. Price, sure, we'll wait. Emmanuel Dobbs. I'll keep him on the board for now. You never know. Okay. We'll call that good for now. We will advance. We will put in some work for recruiting. And we're going to play a couple of games. Well, I hope you guys have all had a fantastic Memorial Day so far. If you're done with school, I hope you're enjoying your summer. If you're not done with school, hang in there. It's just around the corner. But yeah, this is really my one issue with NCAA 14. I love the game, but my one problem with it is how long it takes to advance weeks. It just takes forever to advance. But I'm thinking this series is a series I'm going to live stream multiple times because I'm actually very excited about it. So, since we're playing an SCS first, I'll try and get through at least 2 games. That's the goal, it's 2 games in this stream. Wait, hold on. Leonard, Hill, Powers, and Stewart. These are the top 3. I'm going to move up Reggie Whitaker. I mean, a lot of these guys are just in right now, you know? But we also need a punter. So I guess that's 100 on Davis, or 700 on Davis, I mean. We're already almost halfway through. But we're going to start looking scholarships. Just always looking for more maybe backup depth option. Should we offer him? We need middle linebacker help, but I'm not crazy about it. I'm not crazy about Matt Brown. Anyone's playing time? Why is Walker? So if I remove Walker, does that put Whitaker with, because we want his playing time boost. That's what that was for. We're just gonna put 700 on him. Price wants to play. He's not gonna get to play, I don't think. Dobzinski is a fun name. And he's from Idaho, so that would be nice. But he's got all these top teams. I don't think they're going to be interested in you, bud. So we're going to put $200 scholarship for the last name. Plus, also it'll help with the pipeline if nothing else. The Mike Goss and Macaulay for now. Alright, just to compare these two. 60. Yeah, better man. Worse tackle, worse play rec, better hit power, better speed, better. These guys are just both very project type caliber people right now. Well, we're gonna offer a scholarship. Put $350 on him. I mean, we need a center, but I'm not crazy about this guy. I'll always move someone to center if we need to, I think. His tackles and guards are always better at center anyway. Maybe we recruit Webb as a center. If that's the case, I'm suddenly a lot more interested in him, because imagine that going up a couple. He's 64, 65, redshirted. Pretty dang good. PJ Price. We don't really need more running back help, I don't think. Unless our guy. Nah. I'll offer him a scholarship, but I'm not going to put points on him right now. That's 700, but I don't want to put 700 on Josh. We'll do scholarship, we'll do 500. And I'm not crazy about Brown. If we get this Dobzinski guy, we could move him the middle linebacker, and then that would give me more of a reason to keep the guy on there other than just his name. Let's do that. This recruiting board is not great right now, but it'll make do for now. Ooh, we're up to an 81 overall. Look at that. Alright. I say we should be pretty excited. We went 7-5 in year one with simulation thanks to FCS teams. And so that doesn't really count. So now we are really ready to get the Dynasty going. That was just a placeholder season so I didn't get fired while I tried to do something with recruiting. And I would not expect to have the kind of luck we had last year where none of the really good guys had people try and get them. Oh, whoops. I guess we'll have... Nah. Never mind. We're just gonna... Let's tell the tape. Idaho may suck, but they got a really cool stadium, I think. I like the Kibby Dome. Pretty fancy. Throw the V. Let's go Vandals, right? We got the Fresh Mountain West logo on our field. And, I mean, we're changing the culture here in Moscow, Idaho. We are changing the culture. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Oh, well. Well, that's what we're doing here, guys. We are changing this culture. Come on, Jackson. And out comes redshirt freshman Adam Miller from Alexandria, Virginia. He's getting the very first start. I feel like he's a better thrower, but in our backup, I'm confident in the sophomore and his ability to be a suitable backup. But we got rock with Ryan at halfback. I mean, he's 90 overall. He's very good. Gonna get 8 on the first play. I'm gonna give it to him again. I'm gonna lie, that Mountain West logo on this field is 10 out of 10. I like that. Looks very nice. Alright, we're going to do a design QB run, I think. Trying to test out the new guys. Ooh, Miller with the 6-spin move. Alright, Adam, I see you. I'm going to do a pass. Ooh, look at that. There's White. Throw the flag. Face mask, man. Kenneth White, true freshman. Those hands don't lie. He's going to be good for a long time to come. 16 yards on his first catch.
I saw you.
Where's him on the slant here? Ooh, tight end's open. Oh! Yeah, airmailed it. Tight end was open. Sorry. It's worth noting this is one of the few games I expect us to definitely win this year, no problem. There are a few toss-up games. Conference play could be a struggle. I'd like to go undefeated, non-conference ideally, and then that way we only need to win 1 or 2 conference games. I'm just going to send everyone on a slant. Someone's got to be open, right? If not, we're in field goal range for this new kicker. Slant, got him. There's White. True freshman making big plays already. Can't believe no one tried to get him. Their loss is our good fortune. We're going to try a run. They're sending most of their defenders to the opposite side. I'm hoping to get 6 here. That's the dream. Get a block. Let's go. Touchdown. That was easy. We're building up a powerhouse here. We jumped from like 70 overall to 81 overall in a year. 10 overall points in one offseason. That's what the number 9 recruiting class will do for you. That's what people being overlooked with a chip on their shoulder because none of the Power 5 schools wanted them will do for you. Maybe by their senior years they'll start proving them wrong by beating them head to head. But we're not stupid right now. We know we're not that good. You always gotta make sure it's easy to tackle them, Alright, SCS West, what's your offense got to say about this? Oh, I should have. Oh well. Get him. Let's go. That's another true freshman, Morrow. We moved him over to free safety. But our safety spots will be shored up for the next several years, I think. I'm looking forward to this. Alright, 2nd and 10. Bennett, sack him! Peters forced a fumble! Oh, but he fell on it. Dang it. You gotta recover that, guys. Nice job to force the fumble, but the rest of the defense gotta pick that up. Alright, Bennett, let's see what you got. You got sacked, that's what you got. Albert Taylor. He's not someone we recruited, so. He's probably like a junior or a senior or something. Someone who's went up pretty well when they did training during the offseason. Jackson puts on the spin move, breaks the tackle. Alright. Alright, Cole, I see you. Gotta go back to the run game. You know, it's gotta do well with the run game. Ooh, they were ready for it that time. Kevin Ingram. Nice tackle, I see you there, man. This will probably be the last play of the first quarter. Let's make a good one. Ooh, that was a risky throw. Not a smart decision, sorry. 3rd and 11, and we might be close to field goal range. But we're up 7-0 after the first quarter. Can't complain with that. Oh, we are in field goal range, so we're not going to do anything completely stupid. Let's send Rutledge on the slant, though. I like that slant route. Clear it out, Rutledge. Nice hands. 8 yards, 4th and 3. Try the first, but that just makes it a nice, easier chip shot, you know. Alright, our freshman kicker got good kick power. This should be no problem. We missed it. Are you joking me? That's rough. That's rough. Should have centered it more. Well, I thought, you know what, just kick it in, and he shanked it. We just shanked it. That's all that happened, you know. We should not have missed that field goal. Get him. Let's go. That's not a good look on your new kicker. But he's only going to get better as he goes. Get him. Alright, so we're having some troubles with SDS West. This is not a good, promising sign for a strong season. Oh, you gotta pick that! Albert Taylor, that was in your hands. Alright. Just gotta pay a little bit better attention next time. That could have been easily caught, but we'll take the drop. Alright, 3rd and 10. Let's go, guys. Sack! That's a 7. Let's go, defense. Jared Walker, true freshman. You already know he's gonna dominate. We're going to hold on to our timeouts, I think. Oh, they didn't even run the play clock down a ton. So, yeah. But oh, that's going to be a clipping. Well, that was not a good. That was not a good idea there, but you know what? We're gonna bounce back. That's what we do here in Idaho. Let's go, Miller. 9-yard run for Miller. All right, I like to see that. There's White again. This guy is unstoppable. I have no idea how the Power 5 let a beast like this get away. But I will be forever thankful for them. Forever indebted to them. Gotta take a shot deep. Knocked away, alright. Live to fight another down, you know. No shame there, alright. So got a minute 16, all 3 timeouts. We're in good shape. Just gotta get a bit closer, you know. Oh! Come on, Bush. Looks like they're going to be coming on a blitz. I expect, yep, A's. Bush, come on! Bush got bailed out by a roughing the passer. You got bailed out. Who's he, the tight end? I don't know. I don't want to know at this point. I don't think he's one of the receivers, but come on, you gotta catch that ball. We give it to Ryan. They weren't expecting them to run. 11 yards. They're still gonna save our timeouts. Already almost in field goal range. Our offense is making short work of this defense. We just gotta not miss field goals, especially chip shots like that. Here goes Ryan. We'll call a timeout now. Rocking that sweater vest though. Man, we look fabulous. Alright. Sure. Let that clear out. There goes Rutledge. Get out of bounds. Saves a timeout. Alright, Rutledge. Yeah, I'm liking our decision to redshirt Peters. I mean, Rutledge is doing work right now. His catching went up 5. That's the only reason I thought about it. 70, I wasn't going to, but I didn't realize his other catching attributes were that great. We're going to try a screen. This may or may not work. I'm guessing not. Where's the face mask, ref? Sorry, you know what? You know what? We're still in field goal range. Doesn't even matter. Ooh, that was dangerous. We saw a guy coming open on the slam, but he got knocked down at the line, or he got hit as he threw, or something. Alright, you missed your first field goal. You got something to prove, Mr. Kicker. There you go. There you go, Bush. I like to see that. We'll take that 10 lead, sure. Our defense has done okay. Not amazing, but not terrible either. Forced 2 punts, but I would have liked to have seen 2 3-and-outs instead of letting them get a couple of first downs. That was not a good, promising sign. Alright, we'll see if they try to run it or if they try to throw it. They're gonna run. You know what? You can have that. I'm more than happy to let that go to halftime. Alright, so 10 lead at half. It's not bad at all. But I think we can do better. The only thing I'm concerned about is some of the people are redshirt trying to transfer. But I'm pretty much ready to throw everything at them to get them to stay, so not too concerned. Like, they're all in positions to play immediately next year, so I have no problem promising them a lot. There were just seniors in front of them this year that I didn't want to play. That I didn't want to just, like, bench, Nice sack to start the third quarter, though. Second and 16. Bennett wants to try and take off. Get him, Taylor. Not great, but not terrible either. Where's the QB spy? Well, I'm going to send a blitz. I'm going to roll a dice and blitz them here. I don't think we've caught a blitz yet today. See if they're ready for the DB blitz. Pick! Ah, come on. Corey Olsen. You know what? It's alright. We will take the easy 3-and-out. Because they haven't been capable of stopping our offense. We've been taking field goals, marching up and down the field. Should have had an easy field goal earlier in the game that our kicker goofed. We'll try a fake to the fullback. Got put on the spin move, Ryan. Oh, let's go. That works. I see you, Ryan. 60 carries. Or 9 carries, 60 yards. Sorry. That's what I meant. Ryan, yeah, I get more than a yard there, man. It's alright. It's alright. You're still good. We'll feed you again. Give you a chance to redeem yourself. There's Ryan up the middle. Alright. 6 yards, that's better. I like to see that. 11 carries, 67 yards. We will send. I don't know. I'm not confident in this play. We're gonna scramble. Get out of bounds. I didn't like that. I didn't like those routes. 3 carries, 30 yards. Miller doing a good job showing us, making us look smart. That's why we picked you. That's why we gave you the nod. We thought we were more confident, and you are rewarding us for that confidence right now. That's what I like to see. Ooh, that was my bad. Should have stayed to the outside. So it's still 13 yards. We are dominating for... I mean, SCS, you're overmatched. That's game. Should be 13-0, about to go up 3 scores. Instead it's 10-0, about to go up 3 scores. There's Ryan. 11 more yards. I mean, this game's a wrap. Well, we're going to throw it. I'm feeling supremely confident right now, which is probably a pretty good recipe for throwing a pick right here. Oh, he's open! I wanted him to throw it on the line. Instead, he tried to lead him a bit too far. Risky pass. It's alright. Live to fight another down. Oh. We're just going to run it. We're just going to run it. Let's go, Ryan. Punch this. Oh, Ryan. Come on. Alright, we're going to be looking to wide again. Let's get this freshman his first touchdown. But also don't want to force anything. Oh, he's open! No! He let it. No! Are you kidding me? Get... Miller, what was that? White was open. You just airmailed him. You threw it in a line. There's no one near him. Instead, you lobbed it in front of him, trying to lead him to something. It was probably foolish to throw across his body anyway, but there were 2 guys, not one, but 2 guys wide open. And he missed them both. Bennett wants to take off. Get him! Alright. I saw it miss Zach, and I'd already told him, like, oh, Lamb, you better get him. We had already hit the dot, and I'm like, oh, Lamb, you better get him. He dove way too soon. I was like, oh, no. That could have been really bad. Last play of the third quarter. They're still in it. Pick! Come on! Defense, what are you... gotta come up with those interceptions. 4th and 11, they're going to go for it. Their offense hasn't been able to do a ton. This good field position was set on by an interception that I should not have thrown. But we'll swat that ball away. Get that turnover on downs. I should not have thrown that ball, but there were 2 guys in the area, so I decided to risk it. And he somehow missed them both. But they were so wide open. I was like, you know what, it's alright, maybe take a sack. And then he started to work back the other way. I was like, oh, he's wide open. Wide open, and he's like, you thought I was going to hit him. You thought I was going to make a good pass. So I'm going to try and lead him when he's wide open. And like, there's no one near him. You just throw a dart right to him, and it's caught. It's alright. We're gonna get out of here and get this one anyway. Alright, there you go, Ryan. That ought to about ice it. I'll do the read option. I do still want to try and get a passing touchdown, but I'm down to run the clock out some first. So yeah, we gotta fix the red zone troubles next week, but this was easy enough. The outcome was never really in doubt. This is a nice little tune-up game to start. We're gonna go play action. This could be it. This could be it. Nope, we'll just take the sack. Alright, so it's about to be third down, and I'm not entirely comfortable with any of those play calls. So we're going to try and make this a more manageable third down instead of just running it. Ooh, that was a good throw. That was a nice throw. They're out of timeout, and so now a first down ends it. I was thinking, get my freshman his touchdown. That was a foolish play. Alright, defense. We're gonna call our timeouts to get the ball back. Sparks, let's go. Interception. That's game. I forget what our freshman was. I think it's not Sparks, but I don't remember who the freshman corner is. Rashad Morrow at free safety. Derek Walker, strong safety. Alvin Mitchell, that's who. Oh, Sparks was fourth corner. Hey, thanks for that pick, though. So now we just gotta work on running the clock out and not. Well, we're gonna be greedy, so we're gonna forget about that, but. Ryan's at 119 yards. He's going to be player of the game, no doubt. Miller hasn't been terrible. One of his picks is entirely my fault. One of them was not necessarily a good decision, but it still wasn't a good throw, and I think a good throw would have worked out anyway. So, can't really blame too much for the picks. There goes Ryan. And you thought we were going to take a QB kneel. I got a dude who still needs a touchdown. And 5 red zone trips, 1 touchdown, 1 field goal. That's got to be cleaned up. Slant. There goes White. And also, this is going to be our final game. We'll do next week's recruiting in this stream, but next stream you'll get quite a few games, I would imagine. You know, we're still trying to get that TD. There you go. There's White. Ooh, he got leveled. Boy, you can't step up to Kenneth White like that. Get out of here. I mean, he's a beast. Like, most of the beasts on this team are true freshmen that no Power 5 team wanted. And so we gotta make them pay. That's our goal. Is by their senior year, make them pay. Maybe we'll get lucky and they'll throw another pick. I like trying to pad up stats. Or they'll throw the screen and they'll try and pad up their stats. More, you gotta make that tackle, dude. Alright, so this game is still a 17-0 win, but it wasn't even that close. This outcome was never in doubt. See, they got 3 yards of offense. I mean, that's awful. But a couple stupid decisions, a missed field goal, and we left a bunch of points on the board. So we'll take a 17-0 win in a game that should have been even worse than that. Oh, how'd you let him catch that? Gotta step up, you guys. Come on, man. You wanna run? We're gonna bring you down, you clown. Complain about a face mask when the game's over. You got away with a couple of those anyway. We're not gonna look at the stats, really. It doesn't matter. We're I mean, you saw everything anyway, so if you really want to look, you can go back through it. But, actually, I'm going to end the stream. We'll do recruiting for week 2 in the next stream. But I gotta go eat some dinner. And then I gotta play Andrew later tonight. So still thinking of the YouTube channel, but I just wanted to live stream again. It's been a while. So this stream not very exciting. Only got in one game and it was against an SCS team. Sorry about that. Next stream will be more fun, I'm sure. But that will do it for me, you guys.